I'm Jill.
And I'm Kate.
And we're participating in Global Game Jam. This is day
Yay.
3. So what we have so far are our first version of the rules. We have a lot of art. We made cards. We have we have a lot of stuff done. What we're going to do now is a play test of the game. And I'm going to be playing, and also we're doing some art that we can put kind of in the rules. So I'm going to be kind of sketching a little bit while we play.
Yeah. So I don't know if you said this or not, but it is a tabletop role-playing game, which shouldn't be surprising given what we do.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but I was not.
I couldn't remember if you'd said it or not.
No, I didn't even think to say it. It's like obviously.
Because a lot of most games for Game Jam are video games, and those are great. I love video games, but Jill and I just don't know how to make video games, so
yet
it's not what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a 2-player tabletop role-playing game. And let me get my little doc open here. 2-player tabletop role-playing game where you sort of discover your character as you play. So in a normal TTRPG, you would create your character fully first and then play the game with a fully formed character. But the theme for Game Jam this year is Lost and Found, so we wanted a lot of discovery happening throughout the game. So not only are you discovering who your characters are, but you're also discovering what the story is going to be as you play, because this is also a GM-less game.
Yes.
So the 2 players are just sort of cooperating together to create the story. We have some rules incorporated into the system to help the decision-making process happen, but basically you don't need a GM. You don't need to know anything before you start playing. Hopefully, that's the goal.
That's the dream. That's what we're aiming for. My cat is trying to... I don't want him stepping on my laptop because he already scared me the other day.
Right.
So I'm using a paper towel roll to kind of direct him
away.
And I don't use this for food or anything. It's for painting, so I'm not worried about getting cat body all over.
Right.
Oh, he just...
What page of our Google Doc is the character sheet on? Because I kind of want to print off
the bottom. Appendix E is the character.
Yeah, but what page? Do you know what page number that is? I'll cancel the print and just look.
Well, okay. I mean, if it says it's 17 pages, so it's the 17th page.
Okay.
So it's page 17.
Okay. Cool. Maybe we can, just show that on the stream.
Okay.
So print. I'm gonna print. It's gonna be. I'll mute myself while I'm printing.
I'll do Foley for what I think the printer sounds like.
Okay. Okay, just a sec. I'm gonna print that.
Insert my sound effect there. Okay, so I'm gonna start sketching. We have this tiny little list of things that that I was wanting to draw. And if Kate has any ideas, she's more than welcome to pitch some, and I will doodle them. And we're going to have some, little sketchies throughout our rules to make it, I don't know, kind of more like a real game. Because they often are interspersed. And it is a real game because we're about to play it. And as soon as you play something, it becomes a real game. Right, 7? I don't trust that cat. He's up to no good.
So I've been the printing is done. Okay. The printing has been done. But the printer was just would not stop. It was I must continue to make noise.
I'm not ready to be done. I want to be on your stream.
Turn on your voice.
Yeah.
Let them hear me. Okay. Should I use a pencil? I'm going to get a pencil and then maybe use the pencil, but I don't think I really need a pencil except for when I'm marking health points. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to go to the little document. So our game is called Unearthed, by the way, currently. It was a working title, but I think it's probably just going to be the title because I like it. And
I like it too.
yeah. So what we need to do to start playing is each of us needs to choose a species. Do you want to do this randomly, or do you have one that you would like to play as, Jill?
I don't mind doing it randomly. I kind of like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference?
No.
Okay.
Why don't we roll a d6, since that's kind of what this game is about.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I may need to run and get some d6s, because I've only got this one right by me. So I'm going to roll a d6.
Okay.
For me, 1 and 2 is going to be the ones that you're drawing right now, who are called the Torfins.
Okay.
2 or 3 will be an Empathin, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6 will be the Noggins.
Okay.
Oh, that's 3. So it's an Empathin.
Okay. I'll roll against the other two. So what are left? The Torfins and the
Noggins.
Okay. So evens are Noggins.
Okay.
I got a 6. I'm a Noggin.
Right. Empathins and Noggins.
Oh, versus these ones that we're gonna be.
All right. So with the Empathins, I write on my character sheet that my species is Empathin. I write my special abilities are telepathic and empathic. So I'll write that down. Oops. Pardon me. Forgot to.
Oh yeah, I guess I should fill out. I'm gonna make a copy of this whole thing. And I'll call this working. And I'll just fill in this sheet on this copy I made, so I'm not messing with our real deal.
That sounds good.
There we go.
Oh, something else that occurred to me that we should do for accessibility is make sure when you like hover over, make sure that there's alt text on all of our images that kind of like describes what they are.
Smart, yeah.
Yeah, so that if somebody was like blind or something and playing the game, they could roll and like find the card that represents that number. You know what I mean? And then know what the picture of it was.
Yep. I think that's important. Also, I realized that I can't just type on this. Wait, I might be able to. Insert. Is there a way you can like insert text over a image?
In Google Docs?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Crumbs.
So that's something else. You know, the character sheet itself is kind of just
meant to be printed
for fun.
Yeah.
But it could be, it could be a form fillable PDF. I just would need to look into how to do that. Yeah. Like eventually that would be what we want this to be. But...
Yeah. What am I looking at?
All right. So I'm telepathic and empathic, and I will write this in pencil. Eventually, once I figure out what my head, heart, and body skills are, I will be getting +1 to heart and -1 to body. And we need to figure out our names as well. I think my character will be called Billow.
Aw. Okay. I'm gonna name my character Creighton.
Creighton?
Yeah.
Cool. We didn't post that we're streaming, did we?
No.
I'll do that while you
figure out how to.
Yeah.
Okay, what I might do is open another, open character sheet like this. I wonder if I
that you could write on in your...
Yeah. I wonder if I can move it. No. I could do this.
I can't see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Like half and half.
Yeah, I didn't realize I could do that. Can I get it on the side? Oh.
So I'm going to change the message from we're streaming our creative process to we're playtesting our game.
Okay.
For Global Game Jam. Please keep us company and help us brainstorm still more. Post.
Perfect.
Meh.
I know, 6 is mad.
Did you not feed the cat again?
No, they ate. They just want to be on my body.
Yeah. That's cute then.
They wish to be on me. How do I get this to attach? There we go. That's what I want. So then I can flip over to this one.
Boop. And I guess we better post in the Discord for Kiwi or else they'll be mad at us.
Oh yeah, we would get our butts kicked. So, special abilities for noggins. Let me scroll up here.
Technologically advanced.
I'm just gonna put technology underneath for quick writings.
Sure. Cool, cool. All right. So did you put your modifier note? So what I did was, I'll show you my, maybe you can't really see it very well, but I wrote just like in pencil, a +1 and a -1 into the stat areas where I'm going to eventually get that. But I mean, not required. When it comes time, you can recheck your like.
Yeah, I'm just going to write them up in the corner. I think that's what we did for, End of the World as well. We had like the little notes. Okay, so we have to figure out our goal, and to do that, are we drawing?
Is that what the next thing is?
Oh, right. We have to read the rules.
Follow the steppies. So these two characters are allies. The third species is the enemy. Check out Being the Baddie section below when you need guidance on how the enemy species might act. Then we determine the answers to one scenario question based on which species is the enemy. Right now, there's only one for Torfins. So we will have to answer this question, Jill.
Okay.
What lies in the waters of their planet that does not belong there?
Ooh, yeah, I really like this question you came up with. Okay, so since this is the question we have to work with, and it needs to be kind of like the spark of why we're at odds.
Doing stuff.
I think they have one of the Noggin's domes full, like a whole city of people under the water, and they're safe because they're in their dome, but they're like, I don't know how it happened, but there's a whole city of Noggins trapped captive under the waters right now. Hi, okay. When you meow at me, you get whatever you want. Come here. Come on, I know. Oh. There. Okay, do you want to get in the blankets? Okay, come here.
So,
she's mad. Okay, come here.
An entire noggins dome. And, like, this is problematic because could they leave? Like, do their little domes, their little personal domes, help them survive underwater? Or are they kind of, like, stuck in this?
I think they'd be stuck because they're not the ones who are able to do every travel. Like, they're not, like...
Right. And so, like, their little domes allow them to survive on
their planet.
NGN and in that atmosphere.
Yeah.
But not underwater. And they wouldn't have been designed for that because there's no water on NGN.
Right. So maybe they're like the travelers have the, like, a way of getting them there, and they've got them and they're safe, but that's because the travelers are keeping them safe and the dome is doing whatever, you know, it's keeping them safe a bit too, but, like, the travelers are the ones who are...
Well, like, so, like, in my mind, the dome would survive, would allow them to survive underwater because, like, it is sort of like a barrier. It's just that the personal domes
not for the
aren't like that.
Yeah,
there's like there needs to be like a hole for you to
get in and out. Yeah,
get in and out, and like that isn't watertight or whatever.
No, exactly. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
But it is problematic that they've just sort of like stolen an entire colony of
and we don't even know why yet.
We don't know why, and we don't really know, like, how these noggins feel about it, because we probably haven't been able to communicate with them.
Right. I know I personally am very upset, because maybe my family is in there. I mean, we're cold. Noggins are meant to be kind of cold and unfeeling, but I think there's a large... kind of community, like, the best for the world is the best for the community, and then, like, obviously this could have larger implications, and, like, maybe that was my community.
So, you know, each of the domes has technology in it that is synthesizing resources of the planet that they need because their planet is not providing those resources. So maybe something that's being synthesized in that dome is kind of like required, and your supplies are dwindling, and it's going to have a real impact. So so what lies in Torfin waters that doesn't belong there? An entire Noggins dome. And so we need to, like, get it back either by force or negotiate somehow or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We need to now determine where we currently are. And so this would be randomly drawing one of the 4 location cards, which are like the 3 separate planets and then in transit. So 4 is not a die type. Oh, yes, it is. There's a D4.
There is a D4, but I didn't write it on our list of things we might need. So maybe I should adjust.
Well, either that or we can figure out a way to use the D6 to do it. And you don't necessarily need a D4 if you're drawing the cards.
We'll say 4-sided die.
Oh yeah, let's say 4-sided die, because we do have to have a 20-sided die for the art, which we're going to use in a second as well.
And I mean, it could be like optional, but
yeah, it is.
I'll put optional at the end.
I'd say the 4-sided die is as optional as the 20-sided die, right?
I think
they're both required.
Should I say like optional if not printed, or if not printed, recommended if not printed? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Okay. So, do you want to do the honors of figuring out where we are?
Yes. So I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 1, so that would be the first
picture.
So
scroll down here. So we are on Terosia, which is interesting.
Well, it's just fine. It's just that we've already gotten there, right?
Yeah.
Or
interesting.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We are currently on Tarosha. Now we need to draw a concept card.
Ooh.
To modify this or specify.
Right. So, do you want to roll and I'll scroll? Yeah.
Okay. So, I roll a 4.
Ooh, okay. Scroll in. Fire!
Okay.
Okay. Because
on Tarosha and fire. So what does
right.
this mean about where we currently are?
I'm going to say some thoughts about fire. So fire has a very specific lifespan because, you know, like a candle burns for a certain amount of time, or, you know, like a campfire will burn out.
Fuel is gone.
So maybe this means that we are on a time limit. Like we're actually a bit more pressed for time than we thought. Like this could mean that like their spark or their flame is burning out, or that or maybe this means the tensions are really high as well, because fire can also be passion.
Potentially, but this is meant to inform us about where we are currently.
Oh, just about location?
Yeah, this is about where we are. Yeah. Right?
I think...
So, it's not that can't be what it is, but maybe we're like underwater in some kind of thing and we only have a certain amount of oxygen, if that's the way you want to go with it.
Yeah.
But there's lots of other stuff that we could take from fire, like the warmth or the brightness. So Tarosha, as a reminder for anybody who's watching, or an introduction for anybody who's watching, is a mostly aquatic planet. There's not a lot of above ground stuff. There's some small like mossy islands, but otherwise everything's underwater. And so yeah, I don't think that there's a lot of like literal fire on this planet, right?
No.
Because there's not it's just very moist, you know?
Right.
So I kind of like your time pressure idea, but yeah, like maybe it means something about like we are like making our way to this dome that has been taken, and the method that we're traveling, it has like a limited capacity for I don't,
because I guess the way that we're traveling, since the Ethereans don't really have like a specific method, would be kind of like a dome shaped,
it would be some form of
technology
some form of noggin technology.
So it's probably either like a sphere or a dome. So maybe they're in like a spherical ship.
Okay. And so maybe what's happening is like there's like an oxygen, it's probably not literally oxygen, but there's some kind of like whatever the atmosphere is that they can breathe. There's a limited amount of that in this bubble, but we've been like floating around trying to find this dome for long enough that like that's about to run out.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's
so we're on Tarosha.
Yeah.
In a noggin transport. It'll be like a small sort of shuttle that just kind of fits you and I, do you think?
Yeah. I'm going to draw that next.
Okay. Shuttle. And I'm going to just say air is running out.
Yeah.
But I've acknowledged that it's not necessarily air. We don't know what they breathe.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see.
So yeah, I think our goal was to come here and first of all just find the dome, right?
Right.
And like maybe get in there and figure out what the people are doing, how they're doing, and then try and find a way to like, you know, return the dome to the
plant.
That
sounds good to me. So
Okay. Cool. So let's go back up to the step by steps because I think there's a little bit more that we have to do before we really, really get started. Ta-da. Okay, we've determined where we are now. Now we need to determine each of our characters' goals. So we're going to randomly draw one of the concept cards and then using the card, answer the question, what have you lost or what are you trying to find? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled. Oh, I rolled a 4 again. Should we re-roll when we've...
Yeah, why not?
I mean, that's not a rule.
No.
The rule would be go ahead and use fire again. And you could because it means something different when we're talking about my character's goal versus where we are.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to showcase some of the different images. So I kind of want to re-roll when we roll something that we've already rolled. What do you feel?
That sounds good to me. I agree with all that you said.
Ooh, I got number 1.
Ooh, Minton.
Okay, so I need to figure out what it is that I've lost or what am I trying to find.
Oh, that could mean it's like monumental.
Yeah, it could be that. Mountains. And I am a empathin.
I'm starting to really like this drawing that I'm doing so far.
Our little bubble.
Yeah, I feel like your like wispiness is gonna be kind of like all over the place because you're not
like
used
filling
to being,
up everything.
Yeah, you're not used to being confined in such a small area. You're used to like
just
wide
having like
open everywhere.
Yeah.
So then you're.
It's not even really that we're running out of air. It's just that I'm gonna have a panic attack if we don't get out of here soon. Oh, hello, Cloud Wilk.
Hello.
How are you? We're playing our game. Okay, so mountain. It could mean just like something really big. What have I lost? What are you trying to find?
Oops.
So because I'm an empath and I it's not something concrete.
Cloud says.
Looking at art while I watch. It's cool that you guys got so far into the game jam.
Oh,
Yay! Thank you.
And I'm glad you're drawing with me. That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think it's something like concrete.
Okay.
But I think. I need to think about this. Do you want to roll yours?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. I got a 4.
No.
I did.
Unless you want 5.
No.
Yeah,
I'll re-roll. But it's weird that we rolled 3 4s.
Yeah.
A 20.
Ooh.
Let's see. 20 is house. I did. That makes perfect sense. I did lose my house. I lost my huge, all-encompassing house. I lost my home, my sense of home.
And all
the
of
security.
maybe your family is in this. But you were like, maybe, well, this is up to you.
Right.
But maybe you were like out on a little jaunt in your little personal bubble when the
Yeah.
dome got taken. You came back and you're like,
There's
where?
just like a huge
And
crevice.
You just see this like giant like space whale flying away, like towing one of your domes behind it. And you're like, what the heck?
Because maybe the domes are circular, and we have, so it's like on the surface you just see the dome, but the whole thing is like a sphere, and that's what we, so like so that it mimics our spaceship, which is circular here in the middle, and then when they took the dome, there's a huge crater left behind in the ground. It's like an awful reversal of what used to be there.
Cool. Okay, so I still need to figure out what my goal is, what I've lost, or what I'm trying to find, and it has to do with mountain. what did I write for these people? One sec. So my idea for the empathans is that they're just learning about the galaxy and the species that are in it now that they can explore.
Right, yeah.
But they tend to meddle in things.
Oh, that's perfect.
So,
I love that.
I don't know what this has to do with like mountain though.
Like
maybe
I
I'm
can
trying to
help workshop, like, you know, maybe it's like vastness or the unknown, or like conquering a fear or something, conquering a goal. What else does mountain say to me? There's also, like, if we took it a bit more literally, it's like rock and cold. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so to me, like, mountain is about, like, yeah, like you said, sort of conquering a fear.
Okay.
And like, I know that the empathans are sort of afraid of the Torafins because they are so strong in body, and empathans are weak in body.
Right.
So maybe I'm trying to force myself to learn more about them, and in so doing conquer a fear that I have.
I love it.
Okay. So gain an understanding of the Torafins.
Oh, I colored you in yellow. Did you have a different color preference? Because they don't all have to be the same.
No, that's fine.
color.
I like it.
Okay. Because I was gonna do my little character as kind of purpley, so that way we like are complementary.
Yes, I like it.
I'm gonna go more desaturated than that.
All right. So that is all we need to do right now for character creation. As we play the game, we will discover more things about our characters.
Okay.
Now, let's read the Torafin entry for bad guys.
Right.
Torafins are brave and territorial. Not only that, but they feel because of their adaptations that they rightfully belong anywhere. They have a habit of collecting items from throughout the galaxy and bringing them back to Torashia and hiding them in the seas there. Yeah. Unprovoked, it doesn't take much for them to attack using their body skill. In addition, if they have the choice, they'll strike out at the empathans who are weak to their body attacks. They themselves are weak in head, therefore they are somewhat fearful of the ire of the Noggins, who can strike out in clever ways at them.
Okay.
And so maybe that's why they were like targeting
like weaken
the
us.
Noggins, because they're trying to sort of weaken you. And...
yeah, that makes sense to me.
All right, so we are situated. We've got our goals. We know where we are. So we now need to quickly find our way to this dome, or else run out of air or something.
All right, so do we need to... okay, so we're underwater. We're seeing like all these beautiful coral forests. Let's scroll back up to set the scene a little bit, or scroll down, I guess. So we're seeing so this is the Torfins, and this is the Empathins, and here's the Noggins. And then, so we're here. We're in Torosha. Is that how we say it? Torosha? And sure. So we're seeing, like, yeah, lots of coral reefs and just these, like, mossy danglers and these, like, sort of natural underwater tree-like structures reaching up towards them, and they're all, like, brushing against each other. And the deeper we go, the darker it's getting. But I think, like, this kind of nature is just constant. Maybe there's even some bioluminescence down there, and we're kind of seeing some interesting sea creatures and just getting deeper and deeper and a bit more like claustrophobic as we go down deep underwater. And I feel like the Noggins, although I don't think there's much like emotion there. I think there's still that like self-preservation. So I think like Crichton's going to be getting a little bit jittery at this like
Yeah.
descent into the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Same with me, because we're just getting more and more cramped.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Billow, my character, will be like, I'm assuming that you have some kind of like technological beacon or something that you're trying to find
Yeah.
the thing with, so we
Yeah.
can figure out what kind of a role that might be.
Right.
But I certainly would be trying to use my telepathy, which I assume has some kind of like physical range.
Yeah.
But I'll just be kind of like seeing what I can hear telepathically around us,
Okay.
and hopefully like either finding some noggin thoughts, or at the very least like seeing what the creatures around us are thinking. And if anybody is sort of like, hey, what's that, then I can kind of say like, oh, we need to get out of this person's line of sight because they're curious about us or whatever.
Perfect.
So I guess the question is, do we want to make a roll for you finding something with the homing beacon?
Well, you can start with your roll. I think that's a great idea.
So what's the result of my roll?
So first we have to roll to see what your heart skill is, right?
Okay, wait. I guess what I'm saying is I'm not sure that so do I need to make a roll to just like perceive that stuff? You know what I mean? This might not be a roll. It might be like a yes or no question kind of thing for mine.
Oh, okay. Because
like, does anybody notice us or something?
Okay. I think I was misunderstanding. I thought you were going to use your heart skill to put out like a sensor, like to sense what was going on around you, kind of.
So we need to make rolls whenever we think that there's a chance of failure.
Okay.
So I guess like, do you think that there's a chance that I might miss hearing something that was, I guess it's just like perception, but
yeah, kind of like
that's
perception.
not
a mental
okay.
perception.
So I can roll heart.
Because yeah, and the first time that we need to use any of the skills, we have to like roll to know how big the pool
determine
is.
what the skill is. Yeah.
Is that what it was?
So there's two things that we can do, right? When our characters are trying to do something, we roll a skill check using one of the 3 stats. The other thing that we can do is like ask a yes no question to determine the answer to it.
Okay.
So I guess you're saying I should roll a heart to see if I can see what I
see how much you gather, because I think you'll definitely gather at least something.
And then, well, yeah, I guess my argument is that if there's people around, then I will hear them, and that there's no like chance that I wouldn't because I'm telepathic. Okay. But you might argue that it's akin. Sorry?
I think so. Okay, then yes, you definitely sense that there are people around. Or like creatures.
But the question that I have is like, are we close to the dome or not? Right? So maybe this is a yes no question.
Question, like a fate check question.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess how do we decide which? I guess it doesn't really matter. There's no like wrong answer. We could do it with a heart check, or we could do it with a yes no. Right? Or you could do it with a with a head check with your technology.
So okay. So if I'm using technology, so like I have like say a little technological radar thing, are we saying that would be a skill check and it could maybe that's fail? Also. Do you know what I mean? Like it, I feel like we're like, why would one be a skill check? You know what I think?
I think this is actually a yes no question.
Okay.
Like, are we close?
Okay.
Like, can we sense them right now?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where is my table for that? So we roll a d6.
Okay.
So we're asking, are they like close enough that one of us can sense them right now? Right? I got a 6, which is an extreme yes.
Oh, so we're there.
Yeah, we can sense them. I can hear them in my mind, and you can probably sense them with your
Tech.
radar or whatever it is that you're using.
Homing.
So we're there.
Homing
Yeah.
orbs. My homing orbs are glowing.
All right. Well,
Okay,
so
so we've been floating around. We're getting stressed because time feels like it's
running
running
out.
out. We're getting more and more cramped, and then we're both simultaneously our skills are flaring, and we're realizing that we are
We're there.
close to, like, we're seeing this dome kind of, we like blub blub up over this ridge of coral, and there this majestic and ginormous dome is underwater, giving off light because they're still
Yeah.
existing, and so this like artificial light is coming out from the depths of this ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Taroshia would be like the people, the Torfins would definitely be super on guard.
Yeah.
Um,
So should we ask? Are there like is this a yet another yes no question? Like, are are they seeing us?
yeah, do they see us? Because they're definitely on guard. They
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely are there, but yeah, do they
Yeah.
see us?
Okay. So D6.
Yep.
It's a 6. Extreme
Oh.
yes.
Ooh.
So not only are we like, oh, there's the dome. It's like right there because it was a 6 as well, which is extreme yes. So it's
Yeah.
like we don't even need to like figure out how to get there. It's just right there.
Yeah.
But then also at the same time,
Yeah.
we look up and there's Tarosha just like making eye contact with us,
Yeah.
even though we don't.
The
Well, you have
Torfins
lots
are
of
like,
eyes. I don't have any eyes, but I can tell that they're like looking at us.
there's enough Torfins that they're making eye contact with like every one of my eyes.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
That's a lot. Okay, so we've been seen. We've been spotted, and it's like super. And you've mentioned in the rules that the Torfins are aggressive, and I think they'd be super aggressive against you and I, because not only are like they've taken the Noggin City, so they're on guard against Noggins, but then they see an Empathin in there.
Yeah,
And it's like red flames. Like, I definitely want to attack. So
yeah,
this is scary.
This is I'd say this is pretty much a combat situation.
Definitely. I think that Extreme Yes puts us right into a combat. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because, like you said, the Torfins are not like both of our species probably like lean towards not getting into combat right away.
Right. Yeah.
But the Torfins, they're all body, and so they are like physically probably going to try and attack us.
Yeah, I think so too.
So interesting. I guess like, do we need to create like a character? How do we? Yeah, we do need like a table for each enemy to dictate like what their general what their stats are, because they're going to be rolling attacks for us. For now, you and I, we can just like generate them the same way that we generate our own.
Right.
But then like, we can either just use what we generate as like the default ones for baddies, or we can like figure out what we think would make sense on average and just have that.
Yeah. Do you think for an enemy they should have 3/3/3, but then a +1 in, or like 4/4/4 and then -1 in, like depending on how hard we want them? So 3/3/3 and then a 4 in what they're good at, and a 2 in what they're bad at, as like an average enemy, and then like a boss could be like 4/4/4.
So what isn't like the average ones are 3/3/3 across the board, but a higher level one would be 4/4/4.
Yeah, what do you think?
+1 -1. Yep, that sounds good to me. So how many enemies are we facing here, though?
Okay, I did say out loud that it's as many as I have eyes. And I drew 5 eyes. I know I technically have more, but I drew 5. Do we want to do that because I said it, or do we want to...
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Right? We're just testing
Like,
it out. And I do think it makes sense. Okay. So another thing that we could do is figure this out some other way, like with a yes/no question.
Yeah.
But it's not really a yes/no question that we have in this case, right? But the way that we've designed this game is that you have to form a yes/no question to ask the GM question, you know?
Yeah.
So we could say, I'm thinking of things like, are there more than 5? Are there less than 5? Are there 5?
We could ask, are there as many as I have eyes? And then if it's extreme yes, it could be like, yes, and.
We'll add 1.
And then if it's extreme no, it might be like, oh, there's only like 1. 2 or 1, yeah.
Okay. So, are there as many as you have eyes?
Did you roll another 6? Oh.
Yes.
No! So there's 6 of them.
There's 6.
It got worse.
It got worse.
Maybe there were 5 and then another one showed up. And it's
yeah.
Like, oh no.
So I'm gonna... Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
But these are just 3 ones, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So their head, that's what they have -1 in. So their head will be 2. Their heart will be 3. And their body will be 4. All right. We can run away if we have to, Jill.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we may.
Yeah, we may have to.
And then I'm going to mark down their little hit points for all 6 of them. Boop, 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 boop. We only need to do 18 hits.
Oh, is that all?
All right, so
luckily we each brought like things that can amplify our attacks. Like for an equipment, can I roll to see what I have? So for equipment,
when
we're going to
go
roll
to use it. Yeah.
On our concept table to see if we can.
Don't do it just yet, because
okay.
First we need to determine initiative. So are they going to go first, or are we going to go first?
Well,
and I think in this
case, aggressor.
Are they?
Oh, true. We did sneak up.
Yeah, so I think right now it's sort of like 50-50 who noticed who first, because they're vigilant and guarding this thing.
Yeah.
But also we are telepathic and approaching and searching and keeping an eye out, I said, specifically for enemies, right?
True.
So I think it's a rock, paper, scissors situation.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yep.
Okay, so one of us needs to be us and one of us needs to be...
I can be the Torfins. What do I roll?
Can we? Well, it's rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, we're doing literal rock, paper, scissors. Right. Okay.
Yeah, is this gonna work on video chat? I think so. Okay, wait. I need to think. Okay. I'm ready. wait. Are we doing 1, 2, 3, go?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Hey, you did it slow, but we.
I did it. When I did it at this, like, I physically did it before yours showed up on my screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is weird. This is something we should think about, because this solution doesn't work well on a video chat. I don't think rock, paper, scissors doesn't work well.
Because there's a lag.
Yeah. And one of our things is, at least it's a consideration, that we want this to be playable at a distance on video chat. Anyways, we should keep going with this. It's fine for now, but something to think about. How we can do something like this digitally. So that was a tie. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I had my eyes closed.
Yeah.
That was my solution.
Okay. Good solution. So they go first.
Oh no! I'm like, I won.
Oh no. Okay, so they are going to strike out. Now, I guess here's what I think. I think that our little like they're striking out physically, so they're
Yeah.
going to be knocking around our little bubble
Yeah.
and not like directly hitting either of us
Right.
at
We have
this
a
moment.
shield. The only problem is if that gets busted.
Yes. So you absolutely will be trying to navigate out of the way.
Yeah.
But the way that contested skill checks work um, is that the aggressor is going to choose sort of the stat that they are using, and
Right.
then we will be defending with that same stat.
Yeah.
So in this case, narratively, they're striking out at us, and you're using dexterity to maneuver the bubble and
Yeah.
try and get out of the way of their attacks,
Yes.
right?
So we're doing body.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So their body is okay. I need my d6s now, actually. So I may just like run really quick because I know I do have a bunch of d6s. So I'm gonna go find them if you don't mind waiting for a sec. Okay, I'll be right back.
So I'm just doodling. I guess what I've doodled now is like multiple transports. So we've got like the whale transporting some empathins, and this is like a large torfin. And then we've got the Noggin's space shuttle down here. So it's just kind of like the empathins getting ferried around, which is, I guess, very on brand for the lore that we've come up with. So yeah, I'm just coloring it in. And I'm not doing like a hardcore job of this. Like I'm not trying to be really tight or really fancy with any of this because we only have a short amount of time and I'm just trying to get these ideas down as best I can in the time I have. So we're gonna be messy. We're gonna do don't like that stroke though. We're gonna just do whatever we can get done in this small amount of time. I want that to be more saturated. I think underneath them they have white. I can erase some of these extra lines. I hear fun, aka dice.
Hello?
Hi.
Were you talking?
Yeah, I heard. I was just talking about the art and stuff. But then when you put the dice down, I said, I hear fun.
Nice. Sorry that took so long. It took me a little bit longer to find them than I thought, but also there was bacon.
Oh no, I'm hungry. Okay. I'll have to get some food after we do a bit more of this.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I've got my dice. So, yes. So I think you're going to be defending this, even though they're kind of like preferring me as a target. Right now, they aren't really targeting either of us. They're targeting the bubble, and you're the one piloting the bubble, right?
So we need to decide on how much. I feel like both ships, like the ship of the Torfins and a ship of like the the Noggins. I feel like the ship would have more body than like an average character, like, or more hit points at least, or health points at least, like more than 3 health points for like either the huge whales or like a sturdy dome ship. Do you think that that's true?
Well, maybe. I get why you're saying it, but for the like for the whale guys, it's like if a player character could be one of those, then it's not fair for them to have like a million hit points. And it's not a hit point, right? It is a health point. So it's like when you lose one, it's because you've been like critically hit or something. It's not even necessarily a physical strike. It could be like an emotional onslaught, which is what I would be doing, right?
Yeah. Which is kind of tricky for like a machine. I guess, well, maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Now I'm just...
Well, yeah, for this machine, there's certain kinds of attacks that aren't going to be... It's just that the whales are sentient, right?
Yes.
So they're different than our little bubble. Right. However, yes, for our little bubble, we need to figure out, like, sort of right now before we start rolling, how many hits it will be able to take.
Right. So, I mean, if we're going off of, like... just everything's 3, then it's just going to be 3.
Why don't we try that for now? Because I think that's simplest, and I get that it kind of doesn't really make as much sense, but it is simple, and that's sort of what we're going for.
Yeah,
and if it's not scary. If it's not 3, we have to like write rules for it, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of scary because it means that you and I essentially are sharing a pool of health points.
Right. However, I think that there's a couple things here. First of all, you might have some equipment that makes the chances of them hitting us in this thing less.
Oh, right. I forgot I was going to
roll. So when you do your defense roll, I think we should check for your equipment and figure out what it is that you have, right?
I forgot I wanted to do that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to roll for their attack, and I'm gonna say we just roll once, but that because there's 6 of them, that will give them a bit of a bonus on their roll. Does that make sense? So their body is 4, which means that they have a 4 dice in their dice pool of d6s.
Oh, do you mean like we'll roll once to see if all 6 of them hit us?
So is it 6 separate creatures? Do you want to roll 6 separate times, or?
I mean, I think that makes sense since there's 6 of them.
Okay, so they'll each roll 4 dice then.
Yeah. So there's so this game we don't have any like chance to hit. It's like it's more like you roll 4 and each of those 4 has a chance to hit.
So what we do is we roll the 4 dice. We see how many 4, 5s, or 6 they got. So in this case, they got a 4, a 5, and a 6. So this first one has 3 successes. Mm-hmm. So they do hit us. Maybe we should be checking for the equipment first, because we don't know what our equipment does
that's
yet.
why I wanted to do it earlier. Okay, I'm going to roll. I got a 20 again, which is house. Are we still, like...
Yeah, let's skip until we've, like,
because I feel like we already have the, like, ship itself.
Yeah, but you would be coming up with some kind of special thing based on house, right? Like...
Yeah.
It's always about interpreting the image for what you're currently trying to do. So what'd you get?
17.
Okay. Knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that says to me that I have a pretty powerful offensive item. So maybe how I'm going to interpret this is that it's part of my ship. And if I push a button, it's going to create, like, protrusions all over it. So if they hit it with their body, they're hurting themselves.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit that button as soon as I get the chance.
Okay. So you'll be able to... I think you'll be able to... We're determining your equipment now because you're making a roll now. Right? That's when you determine the equipment.
Okay.
And so in your roll, we get to take into account the fact that this is the case for our bubble. Right. So what does that do to your... So does this just like modify your dice pool, or do we just want to say this equipment is such that every time one of them physically strikes us, that they are also taking 1 damage as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
Okay. So, do you want to do... You should do your roll right now, because this is a contested check.
Okay.
One of them, yeah, and so we need to determine whether they hit us or not. So you also now need to determine what your body skill is.
Okay.
So you'll need to roll a d6.
Okay. Ooh. 5. I rolled a 5.
That's good. And then does your species have a modification to body? I don't think so.
No,
your modification is heart. So it's just going to be 5. So that's great.
That's my body score?
That's your body score. Okay. It's 5. Ooh. And so now you will roll 5d6.
Okay. And that's for defending?
Well, this is a contested check against each of our enemies, right? So this is like the number of hits that they need to beat to hit us.
Okay. Okay. So my pool is, so our successes are 4, 5, and 6?
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 5, 4, 4, and a 3 and a 1. So I got 3 successes.
Okay, so the first attack was 3 successes. So they need more than 3 to hit us, right?
Yeah.
So this first attack does not hit, which also means they don't take a damage.
Okay.
Right?
Right, okay.
So, number 2.
Oops.
They got 3 successes again.
Okay.
So again, they don't hit and they don't take a damage.
Okay.
Maybe this is fine. Okay. The number 3 got 2 successes.
Okay. So does that mean that since I got 1 more that they've... No, because... Okay, never mind. Because
you're just defending against their attack.
Right.
So you what it means is you've succeeded in doing what you were trying to do, which is get out of the way.
Okay.
Right? So 2 successes for number 4. Number 5, 2 successes. Number 6, 1, 2 successes. All right, none of them hit us.
Holy crumb.
That is crazy.
I thought we were done for sure.
What's that?
I thought we were done for sure.
Yeah, I know. But you rolled a really good body. So I think that helps a lot against these people.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's our turn. I think we should each get to do something, and we can decide the order that we want to do that. Now, I definitely can make a mental attack against them. One of them at the very least, but we'll see. And
do you want to see if you have any equipment that would help you?
Yeah. Okay, so let me roll a d20.
Oh, right, I need to write my equipment down.
Yes. Okay, I got a 15.
Okay. It's a droplet.
Ooh, a droplet.
Which could be a tear. It could be a... It could be a teardrop. It could be a raindrop.
Yeah, okay. So I think I have a piece of equipment that... So with the empathans, I don't think it makes a lot of sense for them to have very many physical things. So I'm interpreting this as like a particular talent that I have with my mental probing.
Yes.
And that is to find whatever it is that makes somebody sad.
Oh, okay. I love it.
And that's going to, whenever I'm doing a heart attack, I'm going to say that like helps me and adds like a die to my dice pool or something.
That makes sense to me.
Okay. So I'm going to then figure out what my heart skill is by rolling a d6. I got a 6. You know what? I think I'm going to stop using... I'm going to roll a different die because I'm using the shell d6.
Oh, it might be weighted.
And I'm wondering if it's not fair. Yeah. I'm going to re-roll. Because that's like the 5th time I've rolled a 6 with that die.
The only thing is, the last time you rolled a 6 was for the enemy, and I feel like we really need to even the playing field.
Yeah. No, I think we're good. Look, they just all tried to hit us and missed.
Okay.
Okay, I got a 5.
Okay.
But I get to add 1. So it's like...
It is a 6, yeah.
Okay, my heart is 6. That's cool.
Okay, I've drawn the whale with the empathins for transport. And then I've drawn us in our little ship. All cramped up. What is something else we could draw for just little things we can stick in, like, art-wise in our game rules? Maybe we should do one where the empathy or the Torfins are like there's a couple
seahorse?
of them, like, oh, okay, I'll do a seahorse.
The little baby ones. And another thing I was thinking too you could do is just some scenery from the planets.
Okay.
Or like a galaxy art.
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to roll my heart attack. Heart attack.
I know, it sounds so weird.
So I have a 6 in heart, but I also have that ability / equipment that allows me to find out what makes them sad. So I'm going to add a d6 to that, to my roll, and roll 7 d6.
Okay.
My attack is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Nice.
Now, I guess I'm just attacking one of them at a time, though, right?
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Because if we had, like if you had gotten like tree or something, maybe that would have been more like you can.
This is an AOE attack. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, we didn't specify that the droplet. Well, I guess the droplet doesn't really lend itself to an AOE, but
right. It could. You could argue it, but we didn't do that, so we're not going to go backsies now. So I'm attacking one of them. They are going to defend with their heart, which is 3, which I guess means that they just literally can't withstand this. They only rolled 2 successes to my 5, so they are going to take 1 damage. Right? Is that what we said? Yeah, because it's just whoever rolled the most successes wins the check. They succeed, and then whenever an aggressor succeeds in an opposed check intended to attack or harm their opponent, the opponent loses 1 health point.
Okay.
All right, so you could go now, I think.
All right, so I'm going to use technology, so my head skill, which I didn't roll yet.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to extend my barbs from my tech equipment to hit like a few of them at a time. Like whoever's like in my range.
Well, they're all around us.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and hit all of them with my mind. So I need to roll a d6.
Wait a second. But wait, if you're saying that you're gonna physically hit them with the knife,
with my technology. Because before I was defending with body because I was dodging. The knife didn't come into play. That's my technology. That's my head. That's my tech.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I mean, it's probably going to suck because I rolled a 5 for body and that would have been really nice.
Yeah, but you get a +1 to head.
Yeah. So I rolled a 2, so it's a 3.
That's okay. You are a very strong in body noggins. That's a unique characteristic of yours.
So I'm rolling, and I've got 1 success.
Okay, so they are going to be defending with their heart as well.
With their head.
With their head, which is 2.
To know how to combat this situation.
Yes. To get to intuit the way to
because they don't know
dodge.
what's coming, right?
Right, exactly. All right, so basically, anytime that I roll no successes here, that will be a hit.
Yeah.
That's 2 successes for number 1.
Curses.
Number 2 got 1 success.
Curses.
Number 3 got 2 successes.
Curses. Roll the bad dice.
Number 4 got 2 successes.
Curses.
Number 5 got 1 success.
Curses.
Oh my god, you didn't hit any of them.
That's okay, because I can try again next time with my big 3 pool of dice.
You could use body next time if you want to.
I sure can.
Like, you do get to choose what you're using. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can say,
if I use body, now that they're all protruded fur, then I can use body to try and, like, hit one of them.
Yep. All right. Yeah, it's very, very flexible, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Oh, I need to mark down our ship's health as well, because that should have 3 little dots. Yeah. So now it is their turn again. And so they are going to continue to just use their body.
Yep.
Do you want to roll a defense roll again?
So I got 5.
Yeah, 5.
1, 2 successes this time.
Okay. That's okay, because, like,
they get hurt if they hit us.
Yeah, well,
but we only have 3 health points.
So they need to get more than 2. They need to get 3 or 4 successes in order to do a damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this one got 2. Number 1 got 2 successes, so that is not enough.
Yeah.
1, 2 again, not enough.
Okay.
Number 3. Oh, 4 successes. So
okay, that is a hit.
Number 3 takes 1 damage, and our ship takes 1 damage.
Right.
All right. Number 4 gets 1 success. Number 5 gets 2. We need 3, right?
Right.
And number 6. Ooh, that's another 4 successes. So
Yikes,
number 6 takes 1 damage. And the ship takes 1 damage. Okay, so our ship has 2 out of 3 of its damages taken.
Yikes.
Indeed.
We might have to do something about how much health the enemies have. Or health points. Because, like, if they all have the same health points as us, like, maybe they should have been, like, single health point creatures, like maybe more like minionized, because there's like a group of them.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why you're saying that, but it's just like adding complication. So like we would have to include all of this in our rules, right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, to keep it simple, maybe we should have run away from this. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to deal with it that way.
Yeah.
Because like even like determining how many enemies there were, that was sort of like we kind of fudged it. So it's definitely something to think about. Yeah. How should this kind of thing be determined? Or maybe there's just a rule that when you encounter enemies and there's more than 1, there's 3. Because 3 is our number. Mm-hmm. And then it would be less. It's only 1 more than
us.
You. Yeah. So does that...
That's a good rule.
That's simple. Okay, next time. Right now, though, we are fighting 6 that each have 3 points. And you know what? We might die. This is what playtesting is about. Yes. We can decide after the fact if it went terribly because we made bad decisions or if it went terribly because the rules need to change, right?
Right.
Okay. So it's our turn. I'm going to telepathically say to you that, you know, I don't know if we can beat these guys. Maybe it would be a good idea to try and quickly get into the dome.
Okay.
Instead of fighting them off. However, I will still do a heart attack on these creatures. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or should I? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice again with my heart attack, and I'm gonna target the same one that I attacked before.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. I got 5.
Okay.
And that is heart, so they are gonna roll 3 dice. Literally, they can't beat me. They only got 1 success anyway, so they take another damage. So, you can try and attack again, but there's 3 that have not been damaged. One of them is like almost dead, and 2 others have been struck once.
Okay.
If you want to do a different kind of skill check to like escape, that would be like the more standard kind of skill check. So we can go over the rules for that.
I think I'm going to try to ram through a few of them to escape. So if there's like 2 or 3 or however many blocking the way, I'm going to try and like ram through them with this pointy ship.
Okay, so here's what I think this should be. I think it should be a skill check.
Okay.
And so we'll take the number of successes and determine how successful we were at escaping. But also, we will roll each of their defenses against that same number of successes and see how many of them you hit on the way through.
Because they can dodge. Okay. So this is a skill check. I feel like it could be argued either for head or body, because we were counting maneuvering the ship as body previously, as like dexterity to like get it going. What do you think?
It doesn't have to be one or the other. You do get to choose and rationalize how you're using that skill to do the thing.
I'm going to use body totally because that's
well, we've learned something about your character, Jill, and it's that you're actually pretty strong.
Yeah.
So in body. So we should,
I'm going to capitalize on my dexterity.
Yeah.
And I got 2 successes.
The thing is, though, that they will be defending with their body because you chose body. But anyway, so 2 successes. So first of all, that is a successful maneuver. We accomplished our task as intended because we got 1 or 2 successes. So I think what this means is that we've escaped their reach and are, I think, like, about to get into the dome. I don't think that we like got into the dome. That would have had to be like a little bit more successes, like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But we are not like on their turn. They're going to have to move to get to us, and they can't attack us, right?
Right.
So let's roll for their defense. Their body is 4, so they're going to be rolling 4 d6s, and they need. You got 2.
Yeah.
So. Let's see. So this one rolled 2. I think like that means that they don't get hit because they're defending. So you need to get like more than their defense to hit them, right?
Right.
Okay, so the first one is safe. The second one is safe.
Okay.
The third one is also safe.
You know what? They're very good at what they do.
The fourth one is safe.
Yeah.
This is their territory.
Yeah.
The fifth one only has 1 success, so you do hit the 5th one.
Okay.
And 6th one. 1 success, so you hit the 6th one as well.
Are any of them dead?
No, but 2 of them are down 2 points, and 2 of them are down 1 point.
Okay.
And 2 of them haven't been hit.
Oh my god.
But they can't. Okay, so now it's their turn.
Right.
And all of them spend their turn getting up to us.
Yeah, so we're in a chase situation here now.
Yeah.
So, okay, with equipment, do we all only have 1 item slot? Or
currently,
can we have 3 item slots to add interest to the narrative?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can do whatever we want, but we decided to try 1 and see how that goes.
Okay, so I'm gonna state the fact that I think it would be really fun right now to have a second one as part of the test. Like, not to do it, but I'm just saying, like, now in the game, I feel like, it would be really cool to be able to roll on the table again since we're just running away.
Okay. So, do you want to do that? Because it's our turn again.
Oh, Can we do that? I don't think I've ever really play tested a TTRPG before. So is it like, are we allowed to bend the rules right now, or is this part of like us making the rules since we're testing?
Well, we can decide how we're going to do it.
Right.
Like, I can see an argument for both allowing it and not allowing it.
Right. Because I guess
we're not all the way through an encounter yet, and it's our very first time testing it. So part of me wants to say, like, maybe we shouldn't change the rules yet.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking. I just wanted to state the fact.
There's a bit of a delay between us, and I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking that too. Because, like, yeah, it's our first playthrough, like you said, and, like, I don't think we should bend the rules right now. I just wanted to state the fact that right now I'm like, ooh, I would really like to see what other kinds of things I can do, or what other options I would have.
For future considerations, right now we are kind of thinking that it would be more fun to have more equipment.
Yeah.
Cool. I agree. Okay. And yeah, so like just to put balance to the argument. On the other hand, this is a very loose, creative TTRPG. So when people are playing the game, they may very well be like, you know what? I think we should be able to roll for another equipment right now.
That's true.
And then they'll just be able to decide to do it.
Yeah.
But for now, let's like stick with rules as written.
Okay, so
and stick it out and see how it goes.
So
but they are beside us now again, Jill, so if you want to try and escape one more time to get into the dome, maybe we can do another like attack.
Right. I think the other thing, and it might be just a Noggin specific thing, but Noggin's thing is like their whole thing is like technological advancement. So I'm wondering, like, because you have kind of a built-in attack of like a mental attack, like that's what the empathins have, and then the Noggins have like a built-in body attack. So
you mean the
Torfins. I'm sorry, yes, the Torfins. So then the Noggins would have a built-in, not including my equipment, but like a built-in technological
Do you know what I
attack.
Think?
What?
I think the Noggins do have more equipment than everyone else.
Yeah. Like, I think they should start with a technology that is their, like, normal attack. Like, that they attack with their head.
So, well, that's what the +1 is meant to be.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, what I'm saying is, like, say I didn't have the ship, and I didn't draw my equipment yet, but I wanted to attack, I would need a base attack with my head. Like, something that I have that would be my base attack without any add-ons. So like the Noggins need
so it would be like a using
gun
your
or a seed spitter shooter or something, like just some kind of technology that's like their head attack.
In my mind, that is just another piece of equipment. So you get a box of equipment.
Yeah.
Right? That's the easiest way I can think of to implement that in the game.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. So are we going back on what we said and saying that you can actually roll for a second equipment if you're technologically advanced? Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Because, like...
And I don't even know that this needs to be, like, something that we can say in the rules, although I'm happy to put it in there, like, P.S. technologically advanced means that you can have one more equipment than normal. Mm-hmm. So...
I think that would make sense. Because it just feels like I don't... Like a Noggins. Like, what do they do if they didn't get their equipment yet? You know what I mean?
So it would be just like a normal kind of like intelligence attack, right?
What does that look like?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
What do you think it looks like? I think it's
a technology of some kind.
Sure. It could be. It doesn't necessarily have to be though. Like, what is a telepathic attack?
Yeah, it's a psychic damage type deal.
So this is like intelligence damage. You're like outsmarting them in some way. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's totally valid for it to be based on a piece of technology that you have.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say when creating a noggin character, you put on your character sheet that they're the species noggins, special abilities technologically advanced, +1 to head skill, -1 to heart skill, and then +1 equipment. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is
yeah.
this... So when you're deciding on equipment, it's going to be a roll on the sheet.
The,
like on the cards, sorry.
concept cards.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, you need to decide like kind of what you're doing here.
Right.
And then seeing what equipment you have. And then like when you roll for equipment, you can choose like whatever you want the equipment to be. It doesn't have to be related to the check that you're doing.
Right.
But it's just like if you want it to help the attack that you're currently doing, then you can choose for it to be that way.
Okay. So I think it would be something I have on me all the time.
Okay.
And it is something that that I would take with me when I feel like I'm going to be facing something hostile.
Yep.
So and I think it would be an offensive thing because that's like my defensive thing is like the dome on my back, like kind of thing.
Sure.
That is completely on its side. It was between 10 and 8. 12. So 12 is a foot. So maybe it's my suit with my like limbs and it's not going to be useful right now, but maybe it's like
with your
limb. Like my suit limbs is the thing that I have like fine-tuned to be able to like
attack with.
Okay.
Cool.
So like sharp kicks is what I'm going to call it.
Sharp kicks. So we don't need to decide right now necessarily what the effects of that always are. But
right.
When you're going to make a roll, you can say, well, I have my sharp kicks, and so that's going to add to this.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree, like right now, sharp kicks probably can't help.
No. So, I'm just going to use body to try and dexterously get us to the dome.
I think we are at the dome.
Oh, we're at the dome.
But now you can try and get in.
So maybe I should try and use like a head skill to try and figure out how to get the dome like floating. Like see if we can see what's keeping it at the floor and see if like I can kind of figure out how to like release it.
Sure.
Yeah. So I only have 3 for head.
Okay. Well, I'd say you can. So let me read you the thing about skill checks.
Okay.
So you decide what skill you're using.
Right.
You should be able to explain how you use that skill.
Right.
And then gather a number of d6s equal to your skill value. If you have any special abilities, equipment, or anything else that might modify your chances of success, add or remove a die for each. So I would say because this is your dome and it's technology that your species has created, you should get a bonus.
Okay, yeah. I think that I am super on board with that, and it's right there in the rules. I agree though, because like even in like D&D and stuff, like you would grant advantage or
yeah.
Oops.
Is it a success?
No. It's technically it's okay. Let me know if you think I should re-roll this one. It is on its side.
Yep, roll it. It's cocked.
Okay. It's between 1 and 2, so I was like,
when something landed on an edge, I re-roll it.
Yeah. Okay, it's good that we re-rolled it because now I have 2 successes instead. I had 1 success and now it's 2 successes.
Okay. In our current rules, there's not really a difference between 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
But it's a success.
Okay.
So, a decided success, you accomplish your task as intended. Okay. So, you figured out what was...
So I notice, So the dome is like submerged, half submerged in the like silt of the bottom of this ocean. And I noticed that there is like a large like seaweed strap basically kind of keeping the dome submerged. And I know that the technology of the dome, so I know that if we can cut that, it will be able to propel itself up and maybe even take off, because like it's essentially its own spaceship.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sounds good.
relay that information to you.
Okay. So now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Your turn was that check.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I think there's a couple options. One is that I could just try and do another heart attack, but it's like there's so many of them and they are like right around us right now, and I know that they're going to strike out at us, and our ship is kind of like not looking so hot.
Oh yeah,
so
what's our ship health?
1 of 3.
Okay.
So I think what I'm going to do at this point is, even though my body, okay, I'm going to try and take control of this ship.
Okay, yep.
And I can choose whether I use my head or my body, I think. I don't think I can use my heart to control the ship.
Okay.
I'm going to just go ahead and say that.
Okay.
But I know that I'm not strong at body. So, like, manually, moving things around isn't my forte, since I don't really have physical form.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my head for this.
And that makes sense because
it's a piece of technology from the head faction,
yes.
so I can lock my way into it.
Yeah.
So I have not used my head skill yet, so I need to figure out what my head skill even is. So I'm going to roll
the
D6.
one with the shell in it. Roll the one with the shell in it.
Okay, I got a 3.
Okay. So we're very similarly brained.
Yeah. I got a 3. That's why we're friends.
Yeah, that's our like super connector.
All right, so now I'm going to roll a check to see if I can maneuver the ship to use one of the knives that are protruding from it to like slice through the kelp band that's like holding the dome down.
Yes.
So in addition to rolling this and seeing if that succeeds, there will be opposed checks from all of the creatures that we're flying through to see if they take damage. Okay. So I got 1 success.
No!
But that's good.
Yeah.
Because 1 success means that
I
do cut through the kelp.
Right.
Because that's what I was trying to do.
Right.
Now let me roll the defense for each of the... so I use my head, so they're going to be using their head, which they only have 2, so that's good.
Yeah.
So I guess anybody who gets no successes takes the damage. So number 1 got 2 successes.
Okay.
Number 2 got 2 successes.
Okay.
Number 3, no successes for number 3. It's still not dead though, because it was one of the ones that only had 1 damage.
Well.
Anyway, number 4, 2 successes.
Okay.
Number 5, 1 success, and number 6, 2 successes. All right.
It's so funny because when I thought of that weapon, I was like, "This is gonna be so good," and then it was like, and then it just so happened because of the dice rolls that it's not. But that's good,
they're
though.
just it is an awesome weapon. They're just dodging it out of the way really well.
They're very good at body.
Well, they use their head.
Oh right.
They're just very lucky in this.
Yeah,
particular
they're
instance.
lucky. Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense, right? Because this is their natural territory. They know how to dodge away. Like logically, they know how it all works,
and they're very combat oriented as well.
Yes, they are. Okay, so now it is their turn. So I think we have we've released the dome, so that's good. It's like starting to float up towards the surface of the water, right?
Right.
Okay, so now they get to go, and I guess they're just going to. Okay, so now we need to choose. I think we need to make some kind of a decision. Are they going to continue attacking us, or are they going to redirect their attention to this dome, because they are supposed to be trying to protect the dome.
Right.
So I think we need to ask a yes no question here, right?
Yeah.
Just to see if they do keep attacking us, or if they stop attacking us to try and secure the dome.
Yes, I agree.
So I'll roll a d6 for that. So the question is, do they keep attacking us? Right?
Yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Oh.
Which is extreme yes. So I think like they will not be redirecting to this dome until we are gone.
A good interpretation.
Okay, so they're going to be using their. The lucky thing is though, Jill, their body is only 4, whereas yours is actually 5. So it's not. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
So they're gonna each roll. Is that what we did? Do that, right? They each roll against us, and we defend against each of them, or do we just defend once?
So I defend. Last time I defended once.
Do you want to do that again instead of rolling 6 times?
Okay.
Wait, we have to decide before you roll.
Yeah, no, last time we I think for this playthrough, we'll roll the 1 time to defend.
1 defense, even if there's multiple attacks. Okay. That makes sense to me, because you're not going to be able to respond to each.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, I got 2 successes.
Okay, so they need to get 3 or 4 to hit us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. That's cocked. 1.
Okay, so they get hurt.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no.
Oh, sorry, no. I'm doing it wrong, yeah.
2.
I'm thinking of there's this other. I'm trying to think of what system it is, but it's like if there's if you're attacking and you get less in the pool than the other, like less successes, then you get hurt.
Right.
So I was thinking of a different.
Yeah. So the second one only got 2, so that also doesn't hit us. No successes on number 3. Number 4 got 2 successes. Okay. Number 5 got 3 successes.
Shoot, that kills us.
Well, it doesn't kill us. It breaks our ship.
Right. Okay. So, does that mean that it's gotten through the shell, or does that mean that we can't we're sinking now, or both?
We'll need to ask a question, I think. Okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I guess we should see if how many are left to attack?
1 more. 1 success. Okay. Right. So, our ship is broken. Mm-hmm. So.
Did that one die?
It didn't hit us.
No, the one that did hit us, did that one die?
No.
Oh, well.
Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them have taken 2 damage. I know. The way that the hits go, it's like not...
Oh, and you know what? I wonder if we should have, and we're not going to change what we did or anything like that, but I'm thinking now, just narratively speaking, would the Torfins, and maybe this was a question we should have asked, but would the Torfins have stopped bodily attacking us when they saw that, like, they were getting, like, wounded when they succeeded? Do you know what I mean? Like, would they have been like, ow?
Yeah.
Like, would they have battered them? Like, or the ones that have 2, would they have chanced a 3rd hit?
Yeah. So I think that's something that we can keep elaborating in the individual descriptions. Mm-hmm. But I think for the Torofins that they wouldn't run away.
Right.
But everybody else, once you have 2 damage, mm-hmm. you'd be like, ugh, like, get out of there.
Yeah. These ones are more like
are sort of like reckless. They don't have strong head, so they're not very logical. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I know. Okay, so that was their turn. It's now our turn. I think our ship, the integrity of it is...
Okay, so I would like to roll head to see if I can repair the ship enough to survive.
Okay.
Three successes.
Oh, okay. So that's great because it's more than just a decided success. You accomplish your task as intended. It's one level above that. Now, I don't have a text there for that.
Okay.
But, you know, there's 3 or 4 is like one level above just you did what you wanted to do.
Right.
Then there's 5 and 6. And then there's 7, which is like something truly miraculous happens.
Right.
So we're sort of at the low end. But I mean, I think, you know, not only are you able to repair the ship, but maybe like we can
health point back.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So it's like not only did I save us from drowning and we're being compressed, I was able to also get us a whole health point back.
Okay. Yep.
Yay!
Sounds good. Okay, so should I try and escape in the same way that I moved the ship last time? Because you're like right now kind of repairing the ship, and I think I'm currently still at the helm.
Yes, yeah.
So I might try, and now that the bubble is released, I'm gonna try and escape again.
Oh, we did get it released? Oh, yes. When did that happen?
I succeeded in my check last time to try and move the ship and cut through the...
Oh, that's what it was.
I got one success, which meant that...
That succeeded.
Yeah, right. So it's floating up.
Perfect. Oh, good job.
Yeah. Thanks. So I'm going to try and... using my head.
Okay.
Okay. And they are around us as well. So I think if I succeed in this, I'll also be able... They'll have to roll like their head defense to see if they get hit by our little spikies. I agree. Okay. Oh, I did not roll any successes. So
that's the first time that happened.
Yeah. So I can't propel us further. It doesn't work.
I'm working on the motor. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I've almost done it.
So now I believe it is their turn, right? Because you repaired the ship. I tried to fly away. Yeah. Okay. And I think
we can like see the dome like floating up, and it's getting like smaller and smaller. And we're like, oh,
they are hyper focused on us. Yeah, so they are going to use their body to attack us again. So do you want to roll your body defense again?
Yeah. All sixes. 2 successes. Oh no, this one's cocked. I can show you.
Okay, you don't have to show me.
Okay.
I haven't been showing any of my rolls.
A 6. 3 successes.
So 3. So they need to get 4 to hit us. This one got 3. Number 1 got 3. Number 2 got 2. Number 3 got 1. Number 4 got 1. Number 5 got 2. Number 6 got 1. All right. None of them hit us. They also don't take damage, which is kind of unfortunate because if they had hit us, then they would have 4 of them would have died. But anyway.
Yeah.
What happened? Okay, so they strike out and they don't quite get us. And so now it is our turn once again.
Okay. I'm going to grab the thing and I'm going to be like, and I'm going to I'm pretending there's like a wheel and I'm going to try and hit all of them and just do like a rage, like you hurt my ship kind of a...
Yeah, we're just like spinning around and there's these
I'm just like, I'm going to try using my technology to, but yeah, using my body, my dexterity with this, I'm going to try and hit each and every one of them.
Okay.
That was cocked. Okay. 3 successes.
So if they get... Okay, so 3 successes. So let's do number 1.
So if they get
number 1 got 3. So they are fine.
Yeah.
Number 2 got 2. So number 2 gets hit. This is one of the ones, Jill, that was not yet damaged.
Oh.
God damn it. Number 3. Oh, number 3 got 4 successes.
Oh, wow.
So they're fine.
Yeah.
Number 4 obviously only gets 1 success because it's the other one that has not yet been hit.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I'm going to do this exact same thing on my turn, I think. Okay. So number 5, you like pull the wheel from my hand and like spin around, and then I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Pull it right back. Okay, so number 5 gets 2 successes, so they do get hit.
Yeah.
And they are out.
We got one.
And finally, number 6. 2 successes, so they are also out.
Okay, so I'm like, so I think actually for a noggins, I was probably like, here, let me show you a technique that we perfected in the testing, and then I just kind of do it like kind of coldly, like I'm very like just kind of showing you how to maneuver it, and then letting you take over.
Now, you did use your body to do this, right?
Yeah, I did.
So I think I'm gonna try and use my body to do it too.
All right.
Even though I'm not the most bodyist person.
Okay.
So that means I need to figure out what my body skill is. So I'm gonna roll a d6 to figure that out because I haven't determined that yet. Ooh, 6, but it's -1, so it's 5.
Still really good. Wait, so that's your body score?
Yeah.
So you have 3 for head, 5 for body?
Yeah.
That's what I have.
I wonder what you have for heart. Because my heart is 6.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not going to be 6 because I got a -1. So.
Okay. Well, we won't be exactly the same then. All right. So for my body, I've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will try to do exactly. So I mean, like, we've been thinking about me as very wispy, but I guess I'm less wispy and ethereal than most.
Okay.
Than most empathans.
I have a suggestion for what this might look like. So since we have an alliance, there's like a little slot in the controls where you can like sit your actual gem in and twist it to like control the thing.
Okay.
So it's like your actual little physical body fits, and then you're
Aww, you made your ship accessible to me.
Yeah.
Aw, that's so nice. You're such a good friend.
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Set this up.
Crichton?
Crichton, yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this for me. I'm gonna kill these monsters.
We didn't even try to negotiate. They attacked us.
They're not. Okay, I got 3.
Mm-hmm.
I got 3. So they are rolling with 4 body and need to save against this. So number 1 rolls 4 successes. They're fine. Number 2 rolls 2 successes. They take 1 damage, but are still alive. Number 3, 2 successes. So number 3 takes damage and drops.
Haha.
Slice. And number 4 got 3 successes, so they're fine. So there are now only 3 of them. It is their turn.
Okay.
They strike out at us, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll my defense pool.
Okay. What?
No successes. I rolled 5 dice, and I got 2, 2, 3, 3, and 1.
Okay, that can happen. So, number 1 rolls 3 successes.
Oh.
So first of all, though, number 1 takes a damage from hitting us, so it dies in the process of doing this.
Good riddance.
But our ship has 0 health. So what does this mean? Okay, what does this mean for the next 2?
Okay, I think if 1 more hits us, that's it, because I don't have a chance to immediately repair.
All right. Yeah, they got 4 successes.
Oh, wow.
Which kills them.
Yeah.
But
it also kills our ship, and I don't think it's a repairable thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So
what about the 3rd attack? They can target one of us, I think.
Okay, so yes, we each have 3. Yeah, we each have 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, but I think like on our turns, when our turn starts, we're each going to have to take a damage because we are in an environment that we can't survive in. Okay. So first of all, we'll do number 4, and they're going to target me because I'm their favorite enemy.
Oh no, they are.
So they're using their body to attack me with 4 dice. They roll 2 successes. I use my body to defend against this. I roll 2 successes, so it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna cross off my I'm gonna cross off my knife equipment because that got destroyed.
Oh yeah, the ship. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yikes. All right. So then it's our turn. Each of us takes a damage.
Okay.
So cross off one of your health points.
Done.
What would you like to do?
I would like to rage. No. I would like to... Oh, I didn't write in any of my personality traits.
Well, the way that you do personality traits is when you're making a decision that you think would be impacted by your personality trait, that's when you roll on the concept cards to
so we haven't even used that mechanic yet. Okay, well actually maybe I'll use it now because I'm trying to decide between would I
fight to the death?
Would I try to escape? And in escaping, am I going to try and save my friend? Like, what's my thing here?
Okay, so let's roll for your personality.
Okay. A 12. Oh, we already got 12.
Okay,
and it's a foot. And that would be like running away. But we're trying, we said at the beginning that we're trying to...
Re-rolling just to get more...
cards. Because I think how it would work in the real would be we'd pull a card and discard it. Maybe.
Well, that could be. It's not what we've said.
Yeah.
But
it's not what we've said and it's not in the rules. But if I was playing it, I'd be doing that.
Yep.
3.
Okay. Clouds.
So I'm going to be trying to get to the surface. There's 3 clouds there. I'm going to interpret that as that we're sticking together. So I'm going to be trying to escape with my friend. That's how I'm interpreting what I'm seeing.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and use my body and like grab you and propel up with both of us.
Okay. So the way I think this will work is you can make your check to escape, and then you trying to help me will give me a bonus when I try and escape. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
I got 4 successes.
Hi, Kiwi.
Okay.
So that's really great because this is an unopposed check, and 4 successes is, again, like sort of better than... You succeed and then something.
Okay, so I'm definitely getting out, and I think that maybe what my extra is that I'm giving you a success. Is that possible as the extra?
Sure.
You know? Like, it's like I've succeeded so much that I'm able to give you not just like a +1 die, but maybe I give you a success.
Okay, that sounds good. So then on my turn, I'll roll my body, which is 5, +1 die because you did give me +1 die.
Right.
But this die will be a 6.
Perfect. Yeah?
And then I'll roll the others. So I got 3 total successes. So I succeed as well to get up to the surface, plus 1 additional thing. So
maybe your additional thing is like a little back attack at one of them.
Well, I was thinking that, but I was also thinking maybe I confuse them.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
With my telepathy, and so they like kind of forget what's going on or don't know where we are or whatever. So I'm gonna cause some confusion. Yeah. Should I make a roll for that as well, or should I just say it happens? Because
maybe they have to do a defensive roll against your 3.
My 3,
because you got 3 successes, right?
Well, this would be like
that was
a
body, wasn't it?
Thing. Yeah, it was body. So maybe we have to do a contested roll. I get to do a heart contested roll to confuse them. That's the bonus thing.
Yeah,
does that make
sense? Makes sense. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll my 6, but I'm gonna add 1 because of my equipment that allows me to maybe I'll just make them so sad. Despondent that they couldn't take out one little bubble with 2 tiny creatures between the 6 of them.
Right. And
they're
their friends,
and also their friends are all died. There's only one person left. There's only
one left?
Yeah. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 successes. They are rolling with their heart, which is 3, and so they cannot succeed. But they, yeah. So they're just like, no, and they go home.
Oh, yeah, that
Super
is so
sad.
successful that they're like, you know what? Forget this. I gotta
Yeah.
go report back that we lost the dome. The 2 got away.
They killed us all.
They killed us all.
Except for me.
Right. Okay, I
Yeah.
think we do have like a yes/no question to ask.
Okay.
Does the Noggin's ship wait for us? The reason I think that it's possible that they wouldn't is because the Noggins
They need to get out of
are, yeah, they need to get out of there, and they're so like the greater good. Like they're not thinking like, oh, but those heroes down there. They're thinking. So I think it's a question if we get there on time to get to get away.
Okay. So D6?
Okay.
Do you want to roll it?
Sure.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
So that is an extreme yes. So that
good.
we asked, do they wait, right?
Yeah, so they are waiting for us.
Yes.
And we're able, so that says to me that like they're waiting for us and like help.
We get there
getting
really
us
quick
on,
and
okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean we've succeeded? Does that mean like we can all take off now? And we've succeeded our very first game of Unearthed?
Yeah, as long as the domes can fly.
Is that another question we need to ask, if this one's still capable of spaceflight?
Are they all capable of spaceflight?
Yeah, I said that kind of like a while ago, that like it's like the same tech as the dome that I flew around in, and that it was like the whole sphere.
Well, then I think it works.
Okay.
Or do you want to check and see if they can still fly? Because if it's like if they don't, then we have to keep going. It's 12:30. Yeah. I think now's a good time to like.
I think that we've succeeded. I think we free them.
Yeah.
I think they, we get away.
Yeah.
You know.
Agreed.
Because I honestly, if it didn't work, I think that would literally just mean that we've died.
Well.
Because like.
Oh, I mean, if it doesn't work, then we're floating around on the surface of this planet in a dome with a city of other noggins, and
I guess we would have time to, and maybe during the time they were captive, they've been working on technology to fly. Yeah. Also.
So it just means the game doesn't end right now. We just have to keep going and keep asking questions and keep figuring things out, right?
Okay. I think we've done a good job.
for a quick little playtest, that was enough, and we can say, yay, we finished.
I've achieved my goal of retrieving family and home, and I think you faced off, like you did the final sort of attack that stopped the Torafins. Yeah. So yeah, good job. I think that was actually super fun.
Yeah, it was cool. And I don't know that the combat really needs much adjustment based on that. Like, it felt like it was going to be really hard. Yeah. But it ended up being, like, just, I would say, kind of perfect.
Yeah, it was just challenging enough. It felt like a real... I mean, it is a real combat system that we've kind of come up with. But, I mean, like... well, mainly you've come up with. And I feel like it felt more balanced than I was expecting. At the beginning, I was like... We're doomed. But
that is good though, because that's how it should feel, right? It shouldn't be like, oh, that was easy, because that, I mean, sometimes maybe it will feel like that. Yeah. But it can't always.
And I mean, this wasn't like, I do feel like this was a potentially deadly encounter, as like there were 6 of them.
Well, I thought we were just gonna die right away. Yeah. But I mean, it is playtesting, so I was willing to like play it out, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I'm interested. I think it went well. Yeah. Great little playtest. Mm-hmm. I think now we can take a little break, maybe. Yeah. And then we can kind of finish up putting together like the PDF that is going to be our game jam submission. Right. And for today, that's what we'll do. But then, like, tomorrow, you and I are going to play again on stream. Yeah. And once we create the PDF, we should share it with, like, our social medias and see if anybody, like, feels like playing it. We can let them know that they can like let us know how it went.
Yeah.
And because I'm sure that there's like more details that we would probably need to include in the rules for people to feel like comfortable playing it themselves.
Yeah.
And I'll try and add some of that stuff in like before we submit it. But the thing that I'm anticipating is people are going to be like, okay, well, we got to such and such point and then didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I mean, like the answer is just going to be you
Whatever
need to
you
make it
want.
up.
Yeah, yeah. maybe that needs to be a little statement in there. Like
Yeah,
there may be
I
points
do.
where you aren't
Yeah,
sure where to go, and that's where your narrative creativity
that's
comes
okay.
in.
If you really can't, if you can't decide, that's what the yes no question thing is for.
Yes.
But if you're finding that that's not like doing what you need it to do, then just using these rules or whatever you think makes sense,
Yeah.
come to some decision
Yeah.
and move forward. Whatever you
Perfect.
think is the most fun, honestly, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Cool.
Do we have one question for each of the species? Like
We
that?
have one question for each and
Perfect.
2 for one of them.
Oh,
I would like to come up with
a
many
second.
for each of them.
I think 2 or 3 for each would be perfect. Because I think we just had 1.
3 would be perfect. 3 would be perfect.
3 would be perfect. We just had 1 for the Torafins, but it was enough to give us a whole story, like a whole little scenario.
So you're always only going to be answering one question.
Oh, you're just picking one.
Pardon?
You just pick one of the 3?
Yeah, it would be like randomly determining one of the 3.
Right. Okay.
So even if we only had one, it's like you can always answer that question differently. But I just think it's more interesting to have several questions.
Yes. Okay. I understand now. Yeah. Because I felt like that question was a very good one. So well done.
Yes.
That was a really good question because it sparks the conflict really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other questions, well, the one for empathins is whose mind did they infiltrate and what secrets did they learn?
Right.
And then the noggins ones are what are they trying to take from you? And what technology have they designed that must be abolished?
Yeah. I love the what have they designed that must be abolished question. I really like that one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the stream so that it's not a ridiculous file for us to download later. And then we'll be back maybe in 20?
Yep, that sounds good. 1 p.m.
Yeah, around 1. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you after a lunch break.
Bye.
Bye.